So today is Friday, March 20th. This is the second trip of 2015 that I've taken here to the retreat in Alabama. I'm going to do a couple different clips for this, but you can see the pasture that I bush hogged the last time. The grass is starting to grow. Excuse me. I got in Wednesday night, the 18th, about 11 o'clock. So, sort of a rush to get the Jenny fired up, get things powered up, water hooked up, that kind of thing, and then hit the hay. Yesterday, Thursday, the 19th, it was kind of rainy and drizzly all day, so I didn't get a whole lot done. And as a matter of fact, I don't have much of an agenda for this trip. I was kind of hoping to mess around in the creek some, working on a dam. But it's a little chilly. I'll probably walk down, take some measurements, scope it out a little bit more, come up with more of a plan. But a few little odds and ends to work on this trip. One thing I did right here on this little ridge line, there was a whole bunch of little saplings knocked over by the bush hog. I just kind of wanted them up and out of the way, so I tossed them into that wood line there. I am going to work on the tub, the support underneath of it. It's a little soft, like there's some rotten wood under there. There's a car going by. So it's almost lunchtime. It's actually local time, 11:40. So after lunch, I'll look up underneath the tub, maybe take a hike down to the creek. Well, Miss Palin sure is loving the sunshine over there. All right, folks, hang in there. I'll be back. Palin's gonna walk us down the creek road from the camper. Oh, by the way, today's Saturday, March 21st. Yesterday when I started making video, a little later in the afternoon, it got kind of nasty and rainy, and I just lost my gumption. Turned out to be okay, because it gave me a moment to sort of second guess my project, the one in regard to the shower tub thing in the camper. So turns out it was a lot simpler fix than I was trying to make it. Anyway, so like I say, Palin's gonna walk us down the creek road, and I'll probably pause it here and there and take video, catch my breath sort of thing. There's some of the lumber that I bought and didn't need. So yeah, we'll have it for a future project. Anyway, so here we go down the creek road. This used to be an actual thoroughfare at one time. Matter of fact, some of the old timers have mentioned lately, I guess, the notion of this being a thoroughfare, but obviously no longer is. Anyway, so here we go. St. Palin's walking us. It's a beautiful day today. 100% chance of rain tomorrow. So, getting kind of packed up today. I'm gonna get up in the morning and take my time getting ready and leaving. So, anyway, this kind of curves down here. Look over to the right here is where I was walking up the hill the last video. Over there in that pasture. Anyway, heading down this creek road. Some markers on the tree there, courtesy of yours truly. Anyway, I marked my way up to where I've got a feeder and a camera up the hill there. Palin, why do you have to wrap around me? Okay, there we go. So there's a little bit of a ditch over to the left here. By the way, Bob told me yesterday that there's a hand dug well over this way somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. One of these trips I'll have to march around in the woods, see if I can't find something. Feeling relax. Let me get down here to the bottom. Kind of pan around for you. This is doable in a pickup truck without four-wheel drive, believe it or not. Caught scent of something. Alright. So this is some of the pasture that Mike and Bob have been bush hogging out down here. There's some bee boxes. There's looking up the hill towards the camper. And there's Ming's place off through the trees over there. That piece of PVC pipe there is the property marker. And there's another one. Yeah, it's looking good down here for pasturing. Yes, it is. So, down through them trees, it kind of opens back up and then right down to the creek. I'm going to pause it for now. Alright, so I'm looking back up from where I just was. Kind of came through that little bottleneck there. If you look back up that way, you can see Ming's house, maybe, through the trees. And then, let's see here, if you look through the trees right there, you might could see the camper. But anyway, so that's up the creek road, going back up towards the pasture that I showed you on the last video. And then this is panning around to the east, actually. Up the hill there. That hill up there is where I've got the feeder and the camera. So lying all along here is what I call the hardware store. Got some fencing and some tires and some culverts and stuff like that. You know, I just seen it was all together, but you know what, if you need something, matter of fact, I was thinking about using that culvert down there for some sort of cover for the generator. But then behind me here is the old Shasta camper, which Phelan's trying to terrorize, but thinking about using some of its sheet metal for generator cover. But behind that's a swamp. I'll get on down there closer to the creek and show you. Alright, so this is looking over into the swamp. We call it a swamp because there's little springs running all through it. Feed the creek there. It's awful muddy, marshy. There's a time that the cows marching through there make it muddy, muddy, muddy. So anyway, some beautiful poplar stands there. But creek bed's down that way. And there's the bridge down that way. There's that culvert. Kind of some more swamp off of this way too. But you know, that's looking up the hill where the game camera is. But we're going, she's gonna walk us down this way. Oh, I have a quick shout out. I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy KJ4CTZ and his YouTube channel. But he gave me the notion recently of getting a quadcopter, maybe flying around here videotaping. But I'll put a link to his page on here. But well, if you could fly around here and take video, it'd be something else, wouldn't it? All right, here we go. Come on. She's flowing good. That's fed from springs all along this thing. There's a lot to be said for good, fresh, clean water like that. So I saw a couple frogs jumping over there. Well, anyway, I have the notion of damming this up to make sort of a swimming hole, bathing hole, maybe micro hydro or something at some point. Anyway, not sure about the particulars, how I'd engineer it, but good fresh water. There's that old camper in the swamp. Palin. She's being ornery. Anyway, there's shot up the hill. I don't know, it's a pretty good elevation up there. But this road winds on around and on back to a mica mine. There's some bamboo right there that we brought from Florida. I don't think it made it through the winter. What in the world are you doing, dog? You gonna go swimming? You gonna go swimming? Crazy. A pretty sturdy bridge. It'll hold the tractor. Four-wheeler got slippery on here one time on me. Could have been a mess. Bubbling brook.